Hello, Professor. This is Carbon Footprint and Sustainable Living Final Report for Module 8. Test your knowledge. Carbon footprint describes the amount of carbon dioxide or other greenhouse gases that are emitted into the atmosphere as a result of human activity. That's true. There are 5 main components in determining a carbon footprint: trash, transportation, food, energy, and water. That is true. It requires 50% less energy to create new aluminum from recycled materials than from fresh mineral ore. That's false. The amount of waste created in the United States has drastically decreased over the last 40 years. That is most definitely false. Ranked foods from greatest to least CO2 emitted during production and post-production. Lamb is first, followed by pork, cheese, tuna, nuts, tofu, and tomatoes. Carbon offsets are programs that provide or fund activities to reduce or absorb carbon emissions. That's true. It requires 95% less energy to create new aluminum from recycled materials than from fresh mineral ore. That's insane. Food miles are defined by only the energy required for the food to travel to the consumer. That's false. Each time an organism is consumed by another organism, approximately 90% of the energy is lost. The main source of energy production has shifted from wood in the 1850s to oil in the 2000s. Gray water is water that has been used and gone through mineral processing before being used for irrigation. That's true. See, after tracking your behaviors and usage for the past few days, what surprised you most about your habits? I drive more than I realized I did, despite not working right now, and my 2 boys not being in school. We do recycle, but I know our house could be much more energy efficient than it is. I know we waste too much food as well. How did your trash collection compare to the average results for 2005? It looks pretty spot on. We, like I said, recycle what we can, but I would bet that paper products do, like the graph shows, make up most of our waste. Data table 1, consumption summary. Trash, paper products, paper towel roll, receipts, Red Bull, sugar-free Red Bull. Drink a lot of those. Way too many. Toothpaste tube. Transportation. One trip was 17 minutes, 9.8 miles. Another 13 minutes, 9.2 miles. Another 5 minutes, 1.6 miles. 11 minutes, 5.9 miles. 1 minute, 0.3 miles. 7 minutes, 2.9 miles. 16 minutes, 7.6 miles. For a total of 70 total minutes, 37.3 miles. And at 319 per gallon and 25 miles per gallon on average, that came to a total dollar usage of $4.76. Food, breakfast burrito with bacon smothered at 4 G's, 2 margaritas. Red Bull times 4. Turkey and provolone sandwich bowl from Jersey Mike's. Pepperoni pizza slice times 2. Mountain Dew, 0 sugar. Carrots and hummus. Eat a lot of that. Eating that right now, actually. Energy 68 degrees on average in here. Approximately 5 lights on average. At least a dozen devices plugged in at any given time. Water, 10-minute showers, flush 5 times, wash hands 7 times, 5 cups of water. And that's from our Deep Rock thing. Data table 2, my carbon footprint. Website I used was the footprintcalculator.org. My results said 5.1 Earths would be needed if everyone lived like me. That's tragic. 8.6 ecological footprint, 13.2 carbon footprint, and 53% carbon footprint. Observation or comments. I knew I needed to change, but this just puts a bigger spotlight on that fact. Exercise 2. Choose one of your ideas from each of the 5 areas. I thought it was one of the 5 areas. Crap. I did food. I thought it was one of the make less and have prepackaged food are my favorite. Carrots and hummus to eat if still hungry. So for dinners or breakfast, whatever, don't make such a large amount. And if people are hungry, there's things you can eat. That way there's less leftovers and less food gets thrown away. Ideas to reduce consumption. For trash, try to use more recyclable things. I said I'm not sure on this one, as we already recycle quite a bit. Transportation. Our transportation is about as low as it has ever been, with everyone working from home or not working, and nobody in school right now except for me. I'm sure at some point we'd like to get electric vehicles, or at least hybrids. Food. Make less and have prepackaged food. Energy. I'm already pretty uptight about lights being on when no one's in the room. One of our long-term goals is to get solar panels, though. Water, quicker showers, try not to flush as much. Remember the thing, when it's yellow, let it mellow. It's a good idea, I guess. I know everyone in the house is good about not leaving the water running while brushing our teeth. We do at some point. Would like to have less lawn to water and mow. Describe your experience using your ideas in reducing your carbon footprint. Reducing food is definitely a plus. Half of our household is vegetarian already, so I'm sure that helps. The most difficult is probably water and energy usage, but those are both on our radar for the future. Which of the ideas you used in this exercise do you think are sustainable for your lifestyle? Reducing food waste for sure. My wife and I are already dieting, so reducing food waste kind of goes with it. Which of the ideas you used in this exercise do you think are not sustainable for your lifestyle? Energy is the toughest. Until we have access to renewable energy, that's going to be a tough one for this family to improve on. Let's see. What was the data table 4? Consumption summary after reflection. Trash, keep recycling, less food waste. Transportation, it's about as low as it's going to get, unfortunately, until we are driving electric cars. Food, working on this one already with my wife, and with my wife and I dieting. Our children have decided to be vegetarians, which means we ourselves eat less meat than we used to, so I think that helps. Energy, turning lights off and using more efficient light bulbs, that's a big one. Water, quicker showers, and we always make sure the dishwasher is full before running, and most of our appliances, I found when doing this project, are actually energy efficient, or say they are at least. Carbon footprint, describe the amount of carbon dioxide, or carbon footprint describes the amount of carbon dioxide or other greenhouse gases that are emitted into the atmosphere as a result of natural processes. Missed that one up. It's false. Examples of carbon offsets include tree planting, solar energy production, and wind energy production. Products manufactured from virgin materials require considerable more water than those made from recycled materials. That's true. Biking, carpooling, public transit, transportation methods that lower the carbon footprint created by personal vehicles. In general, meat and poultry production results in the highest CO2 emissions when compared to other foods. Examples of green energy sources include solar energy. Water requires energy to collect, purify, and transport. When recording water usage related to carbon footprint, only water used for laundry and dishwashing should be noted. That's false. Transportation activities, food consumption, energy use, waste production, and water use are all used to compute an individual's carbon footprint. That's true. Reusable shopping bags and water bottles are examples of ways to reduce water production. That's also true. Extension question: you have been hired to plan a new community. I said it would be ideally near a river and have a centralized community farmers market that would be easy access for everyone. Bicycles would be highly encouraged, and automobiles for public transportation would be electric. Wind and solar energy would be most prominent. And that is it. Thank you, Professor. Happy 4th of July.